The glass doors of Sterling Tech gleam under afternoon sun. Maya adjusts her royal blue blazer and steps inside. The reception area smells like expensive coffee and ambition. Chrome fixtures, minimalist art, success carved into every corner. She signs in. The receptionist barely glances up. Maya's been preparing for this moment for months. Portfolio perfected, answers rehearsed, confidence solid. The conference room sits on the 15th floor. 3 executives wait inside, portfolios spread across the table. Faces professional and unreadable. Maya shakes each hand firmly. The interview begins smoothly. Technical questions flow. Maya answers with precision. Her coding solutions elegant. Her project management experience clear. She reads the room. Nods of approval. Impressed glances exchanged. Then the lead interviewer's eyes shift. His gaze travels upward to Maya's hair. The beautiful braids her mother taught her to style. Intricate, professional, perfect. His expression changes. Subtle but unmistakable. The temperature in the room drops 10 degrees, Ms. Richardson. He folds his hands. Your qualifications are impressive. But I have to ask, would you consider a more corporate appearance? Silence swallows the oxygen. The other executives study their papers. Maya's heart pounds against her ribs. She knows exactly what he means. Her braids aren't the problem. His prejudice is, I'm not sure I understand. Her voice stays steady. Could you clarify what you mean by corporate? Mr. Caldwell, his nameplate says, leans back. Sterling Tech has certain image standards. Professional presentation matters here. The words land like stones. Maya's qualifications suddenly don't matter. Her degree doesn't matter. Her achievements vanish behind his narrow definition of professionalism. She finishes the interview with quiet dignity, answers the remaining questions perfectly, thanks them for their time, but as she reaches for the door she hears it, Caldwell's voice, low, directed at his colleague. Talented, but not our image. The glass doors close behind Maya like a verdict she never saw coming. Where are you from? Drop your location in the comments below. And if you believe talent should matter more than appearance, hit that like button and subscribe. Maya's comeback is about to shake everything. 3 weeks earlier. Maya's apartment in downtown Oakland buzzes with evening energy. The walls tell her story. Framed computer science degree from UC Berkeley. Coding competition certificates, design awards from hackathons. A vision board covers half her closet door. Sterling Tech's logo sits at the center. Her younger sister Zara lounges on the bed, scrolling through her phone. Ask me another question. Maya paces, practicing answers. Tell me about a time you overcame a challenge. You've got this, Zara grins. You're overqualified. They'd be lucky to have you. On Maya's desk sits a photo of their mother. She's wearing emerald green, her own braids styled in an elegant crown. She passed 3 years ago, but her lessons remained. Never shrink yourself. Your identity isn't negotiable. Professionalism has nothing to do with hair texture. Maya learned to code at 14. While other kids played games, she built them. She won state competitions, graduated top of her class, mentored dozens of young girls entering tech. She worked 2 jobs to support herself and Zara. Coffee shop mornings, freelance coding nights. Sterling Tech represented everything she'd worked toward. Their job posting promised innovation, diversity, competitive salary. The application process took 4 months. Phone screenings, technical assessments, portfolio reviews. She passed every stage. The final interview was just a formality. What are you going to do when you get it? Zara asks. When, not if. Maya smiles. First, better healthcare for us. Then maybe we take Mom's ashes to Hawaii like she wanted. The notification arrives that evening. Interview scheduled. Conference room. 3 executives. Maya screenshots it, sends it to her group chat. Her friends respond with fire emojis and champagne bottles. She doesn't sleep well that night. Excitement buzzes through her veins. Tomorrow changes everything. Tomorrow proves that hard work matters, that merit wins, that the tech industry's finally making space for people who look like her. She styles her braids carefully that morning. Each section precise. Her mother's hands guided hers the first time she learned. Now the muscle memory carries love and legacy. Maya doesn't realize she's walking toward a door that will slam in her face. Back in Sterling Tech's conference room, Maya's composure holds by threads. Mr. Caldwell's question hangs in the air like smoke. Corporate appearance, image standards. The words are code, and Maya speaks the language fluently. My appearance is professional. She keeps her tone measured. I'm qualified for this position based on merit. Caldwell exchanges glances with the woman beside him, Ms. Torres, according to her nameplate. Torres looks uncomfortable but says nothing. The third executive, a younger man, suddenly finds his laptop fascinating. Of course. Caldwell's smile doesn't reach his eyes. We just want to ensure cultural fit. Cultural fit. Another coded phrase. Maya's heard it before in think pieces and diversity panels. It means you're qualified, but you make us uncomfortable. I've reviewed Sterling Tech's values extensively. Maya pulls out her portfolio. Innovation, collaboration, excellence. I embody all three. My previous team increased efficiency by 40% using systems I designed. My code is clean and scalable. I mentor junior developers. What specific aspect of cultural fit concerns you? The question lands sharp. Caldwell shifts in his seat. He didn't expect her to push back. Most candidates don't. They smile, nod, shrink themselves to fit through narrow doors. Let's continue with technical questions. He deflects smoothly. Tell me about your approach to debugging complex systems. Maya answers perfectly. She walks them through her process, references industry best practices, demonstrates deep understanding. But the energy has shifted. The interview is over. The decision's already made. They're just going through motions now. 20 minutes later, she stands to leave. Handshakes all around, professional smiles. We'll be in touch soon. Maya walks toward the elevator. Her heels click against polished floors. Behind her, the conference room door hasn't fully closed. Voices drift through the gap. Talented but not our image, as Caldwell's voice. Clear and dismissive. Should we reconsider? Torres sounds uncertain. Her qualifications. We need someone who represents Sterling's brand. You understand. Maya's finger hovers over the elevator button. Her entire body goes rigid. She doesn't turn around. Doesn't confront them. The elevator arrives. She steps inside. The doors close. Only then does she let herself breathe. The exhale shakes. Her reflection stares back from the elevator's mirrored walls. Braids perfect. Blazer sharp. Qualifications invisible. The lobby blurs as she walks through it. Outside, the sun feels too bright. She reaches her car, climbs inside, sits in silence. Her phone buzzes. A calendar reminder. Sterling interview, land your dream job. Maya deletes it. Her hands don't shake yet. The shock hasn't fully landed. But it's coming. The rejection. The realization. The anger that will burn through her chest once she processes what just happened. She drives home on autopilot. Zara's at class. The apartment feels too quiet. Maya sits at her desk, staring at her mother's photo. The braids. The smile. The woman who taught her to never apologize for taking up space. What do I do now? Maya whispers to the photograph. The rejection email arrives at 6 p.m. Subject line, Sterling Tech interview follow-up. She already knows what it says before opening it. Maya reads the email 3 times. Each word carefully chosen. Legally safe, emotionally devastating. Dear Ms. Richardson, thank you for your interest in Sterling Tech. After careful consideration, we've decided to pursue other candidates whose qualifications more closely align with our current needs. We wish you success in your future endeavors. Other candidates. Current needs. Corporate language that means nothing and everything. She closes her laptop. Her reflection catches in the darkened screen. The braids she woke up early to perfect now feel heavy. She touches them gently. Each section holds memory. Her mother's patient hands, Saturday morning's learning technique, the pride in wearing her natural hair. Should she have expected this? The question creeps in unwanted. Maya's seen the statistics. Read the studies about name bias in hiring. Heard stories from other women of color in tech. But she thought, hoped, believed that her qualifications would transcend prejudice. Naive. The word tastes bitter. Her phone lights up. Text from Zara. How'd it go? Maya types and deletes 3 responses. Finally settles on, didn't get it. I'll explain later. The dots appear immediately. Zara's typing. Then they stop. She understands that later means when Maya's ready to talk without crying. Anger rises now, hot and sharp. Maya stands, paces her small apartment. She did everything right. Earned every credential. Proved herself repeatedly. And still the door closed, because her hair doesn't conform to someone's narrow imagination of professionalism. She thinks about her mother facing similar discrimination 30 years ago. A teacher told to straighten her hair for parent conferences. Her mother refused. Lost opportunities. Thought battles. Made space for Maya to exist freely. And here Maya stands losing opportunities for the same reason. Never shrink yourself for anyone. Her mother's voice echoes from memory, clear as if she's standing in the room. The right spaces will expand to fit you. But what if no spaces expand? What if all the doors have the same narrow frame? Maya sits back down, opens her laptop. Sterling Tech's website glows on the screen. Their careers page promises diversity and inclusion. Photos of smiling employees from various backgrounds. Bold text. We believe diverse perspectives drive innovation. The hypocrisy burns. They sell inclusion in marketing while practicing exclusion in hiring. Maya screenshots the careers page. She doesn't know why yet. Instinct, evidence. Something tells her this story isn't over. Her mother's photo watches from the desk. Patient, knowing. Maya takes a breath. The anger hasn't faded, but it's crystallizing into something sharper. Something useful. She opens a new document. Starts typing. Not an angry rant. A timeline, facts, details from the interview. Exact quotes she remembers. The overheard comment. The rejection email. If she's going down documented. That night Maya can't sleep. She scrolls through old photos on her phone. Finds one from 5 years ago. Her mother's 50th birthday. Both of them wearing matching emerald green dresses. Braids styled identically. Zara photobombing in the background. The memory pulls Maya backward through time. Her mother, Diane Richardson, taught English at Oakland High for 23 years. She wore her natural hair proudly in classrooms, where administrators suggested she consider a more traditional style. She declined. Spent parent-teacher conferences, explaining to confused white parents that her appearance didn't affect her teaching ability. Young Maya watched these battles, learned the cost of existing authentically, saw her mother choose dignity over comfort repeatedly. "Why don't you just straighten it?" Maya asked once at age 12. "Wouldn't that make things easier?" Her mother sat her down, took her hands. "Easier for who? For people who need me to look like them to respect me. That's their problem, baby. Not mine. Not yours." That conversation shaped Maya's entire worldview. She learned to code because she loved problem-solving. Fell in love with technology's promise that in digital spaces, merit could transcend bias. Your code worked or it didn't. Your algorithms were efficient or they weren't. She thought tech would be different. Meritocratic. Pure, at UC Berkeley, she was one of 3 black women in her computer science cohort. She founded a mentorship program connecting underrepresented students with industry professionals, organized hackathons focused on social impact, graduated with honors and job offers from 4 companies. She chose freelancing instead, wanted flexibility to care for her mother, who was diagnosed with cancer Maya's junior year, worked remotely while driving to chemotherapy appointments, built apps between hospital waiting rooms. Her mother passed 2 months after Maya turned 24. Sterling Tech wasn't just any job. It represented stability. Healthcare for Zara, whose asthma medication costs $300 monthly. The ability to stop working 70-hour weeks. A chance to finally breathe. More than that, it represented validation. Proof that the tech industry's diversity promises meant something. That her mother's lessons were right. That merit matters. The rejection didn't just close a door. It confirmed Maya's deepest fear, that no matter how qualified she becomes, some spaces will never see past her appearance. Maya sets her phone down. The photo of her mother smiles up at her. Those braids, that defiance, that love, what would you do? Maya whispers into the darkness. She already knows the answer. Her mother never backed down from injustice. Never let discrimination win quietly. She fought, documented, made noise. Maya picks up her laptop, opens Sterling Tech's website again. This time she looks deeper. Beyond the careers page, into their press releases, their leadership team, their public commitments, something doesn't add up. She can feel it. The disconnect between their marketing and their actions. The gap between promise and practice. She starts taking notes, detailed, organized. A coder's approach to pattern recognition. If there's a system, she'll find it. If there's proof, she'll document it. Her mother taught her to fight. Tech taught her to investigate. Tonight, both lessons converge. Maya spends the next 2 days obsessively researching Sterling Tech. She should be job hunting, should be moving on. Instead, she falls down a rabbit hole of corporate websites, press releases, and LinkedIn profiles. Sterling Tech's diversity initiative launched 6 months ago. Big announcement. Press coverage. Their website's Our Team page features photos of employees from various ethnic backgrounds. Smiling, confident. The visual promise of inclusion. Maya starts cross-referencing names with LinkedIn. The first 3 employees check out. Real people. Real profiles. But the 4th person, Marcus Chen, listed as a senior developer, has no LinkedIn presence, no GitHub portfolio, no digital footprint in the tech community. Strange, developers live online. Their work requires visibility. She reverse image searches Marcus's photo, stock image. Purchased from Shutterstock. Maya's stomach tightens. She checks another employee. Priya Kapoor, UI designer. Same result. Stock photo. Fake profile. Maya's heart pounds. She goes through the entire diversity showcase. 20 employees featured. 12 are fabricated. Stock photos. Invented names. Sterling Tech is literally staging diversity for marketing purposes. Her hands shake as she screenshots everything. Documents the stock photo sources. Archives the web pages in case they change. This isn't just one bad interviewer. This is institutional. Systemic. They're selling inclusion while practicing exclusion. Using diverse faces as props while rejecting real diverse candidates. Maya's anger transforms into something colder. More focused. This is evidence, proof, a pattern that matters. She opens a new spreadsheet, starts documenting everything systematically. Column 1, employee name. Column 2, position. Column 3, verification status. Column 4, stock photo source. The data tells a damning story. Sterling Tech's diversity is performance art. Their inclusion is fiction. Maya thinks about all the other qualified candidates they've rejected. All the people told they don't fit the image. All the careers derailed by prejudice wrapped in corporate speak. She's not just fighting for herself anymore. Her phone buzzes. Text from a former classmate, Jen, who works in tech recruiting. Heard you interviewed at Sterling. How'd it go? Maya hesitates. Then types, rejected for cultural fit. But I found something. Can I call you? 10 minutes later, Jen's voice comes through speakerphone. You're telling me they're using fake employees? Look at the screenshots I sent. Maya paces her apartment. Half their diversity page is fabricated. They're lying to investors, clients, job seekers. That's fraud. Jen sounds shocked. Have you contacted them? Not yet. So I wanted to be sure first. Maya, you need to be careful. Companies like Sterling have lawyers, resources. They'll deny everything. I have proof. Proof of fake photos, not proof of discrimination. They'll say the photos were a marketing mistake. Fire some junior employee. Move on. Maya stops pacing. Jen's right. The fake diversity page is damning, but it doesn't directly connect to hiring practices. She needs more. Needs internal documentation. Needs someone on the inside. What would you do? Maya asks. Jen sighs. Honestly, I'd probably let it go. Update your resume. Find another job. Fighting corporations rarely ends well for individuals. They talk a few more minutes. Then Maya hangs up. She stares at her spreadsheet. All this evidence, all this proof, and maybe it's not enough. Maybe Jen's right. Maybe she should move on. But her mother's voice echoes again. Never shrink yourself. Never let injustice win quietly. Maya makes a decision. She's going to contact Sterling Tech's HR department. Give them a chance to respond. To make it right. To acknowledge the problem. She drafts an email, professional, measured, pointing out the discrepancies. Asking for clarification. Her finger hovers over send. This could go badly. Could mark her as difficult. Could follow her career. She thinks about the 12 fake employees. The other rejected candidates. The lie sold as progress. Maya hits send, then she waits. The response will tell her everything she needs to know about what comes next. Maya's email sits in Sterling Tech's inbox. The evidence is documented. The pattern is clear. But corporate walls are designed to silence voices like hers. When the response finally comes, it will force Maya to make a choice. Stay quiet and move on, or burn everything down to expose the truth. And she's about to discover she's not alone. Someone else has been watching Sterling Tech's lies. Someone with access to proof that will change everything. The response arrives 18 hours later. Subject line, Rediversity concerns. Maya's heart races as she opens it. The email is short, professional, utterly meaningless. Dear Ms. Richardson, thank you for bringing your concerns to our attention. Sterling Tech is committed to fostering an inclusive workplace and values all feedback. We appreciate your interest in our organization and wish you well in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Sterling Tech Human Resources Team. Template language. Zero acknowledgement of the fake profiles. No explanation. No accountability. Just corporate deflection wrapped in politeness. Maya reads it 3 times. Her jaw clenches tighter with each pass. She hits reply. Types a more direct message. I have documented evidence that your diversity showcase features fabricated employees. This concerns ethical practices and transparency. I'd appreciate a substantive response. Send. She waits. 2 hours pass. No response. Maya calls Sterling Tech's main line. The receptionist answers cheerfully. Sterling Tech, how may I direct your call? HR department, please. 1 moment. Elevator music fills Maya's ear. Then, I'm sorry, that line is busy. Can I take a message? I'll hold. It might be a while. I'll hold. 10 minutes of elevator music. Then the receptionist returns. I'm sorry, they're in meetings all afternoon. Can I have someone call you back? Maya leaves her number. No one calls back. She tries again the next morning. This time she's transferred to a voicemail box. Leaves a detailed message. No response. The 3rd attempt gets her transferred 3 times before the call mysteriously disconnects. Corporate walls are designed to block voices like hers. Phone trees, voicemail mazes, template emails, systems that exhaust people into silence. But Maya spent years debugging complex code. She knows every system has vulnerabilities. Every wall has cracks. She opens her laptop, stares at the evidence folder, screenshots, documentation, proof that Sterling Tech lies about diversity while rejecting qualified diverse candidates. Her finger hovers over Twitter. She could post everything right now, blow it up publicly, but doubt creeps in. Zara's voice echoes, they'll come after you. Sterling Tech has lawyers, resources, power. Maya has screenshots and anger. Is that enough? Or is she about to destroy her own career for nothing? She closes the laptop, walks to the kitchen, makes tea she doesn't drink. Her phone sits on the counter, silent, mocking. Then it buzzes. Unknown number. Text message. You're not the first. I have proof. Can we talk? Maya's heart stops. She stares at the screen. Reads it again. Her hands shake as she types back. Who is this? 3 dots appear, disappear, appear again, then nothing. The message thread goes silent. Maya refreshes. Checks signal strength. Sends another message. Please, I need to know what you know. No response. Minutes stretch into an hour. The mysterious contact vanishes as suddenly as they appeared. Maya sinks onto her couch. Was it real? A test? Someone from Sterling checking if she'd bite? Her phone stays silent. The unknown number becomes another unanswered question in a growing list. 5 days pass. The unknown contact never responds. Maya refreshes her messages obsessively, checks spam folders, stares at her phone until the screen blurs. Nothing. Silence, emptiness, doubt floods in. Maybe it was Sterling's legal team testing her intentions. Maybe someone playing games. Maybe she imagined the whole thing in her desperate need for validation. Her savings account dwindles. Rent is due in 2 weeks. She applies to 7 jobs daily. Gets 3 rejections, 4 ghostings, 0 interviews. The Sterling Tech rejection follows her like a shadow. Can you explain this employment gap? Why didn't your last interview work out? Questions that force her to relive the discrimination or lie. Zara notices Maya's spiral, finds her sister staring at her laptop at 3 a.m., dark circles under her eyes. You need to sleep. Zara sits beside her. You need to let this go. I can't. Maya's voice cracks. So they're getting away with it. And destroying yourself won't change that. Zara takes Maya's hand. Mom wouldn't want this. Maya pulls away. Mom fought. She never backed down. She also took care of herself. She knew which battles to fight. Zara's eyes fill with tears. I can't lose you too. The words hit like a punch. Maya looks at her sister, 20 years old, working part-time, depending on Maya's income for stability. Asthma medication, rent, food. Maya's crusade affects more than just herself. I'm sorry. Maya closes her laptop. You're right. I need to move on. But alone in her room later, staring at her mother's photo, the surrender feels like betrayal. The braids in the photograph seem to judge her. Maya touches her own braids. The ones she refused to change for Sterling Tech, the ones that cost her the job. The ones that connected her to heritage, identity, strength. Were they worth it? The question burns. Her phone sits on the nightstand, dark, silent. The unknown contact's message still visible when she opens it. You're not the first. I have proof. Maya's finger hovers over the delete button. Maybe it's time to let go. Clear the evidence folder. Move forward. Survive. She's about to press delete when her screen lights up. New message. Same unknown number. Sorry for the delay. I was scared. Can you meet tomorrow? I have documents. You need to see them. Maya's breath catches. Her hands tremble. She types back immediately. Yes, where? 3 dots appear. Then an address. A cafe in Berkeley. 2 p.m. Come alone. Don't tell anyone. Sterling has eyes everywhere. Maya stares at the message. Every instinct screams caution. This could be a trap. Could be dangerous. Could be the mistake that ends everything. But it could also be the proof she needs. The connection that turns her isolated story into a pattern. The evidence that makes this fight winnable. She thinks about her mother, about the other rejected candidates, about the 12 fake employees on Sterling's diversity page, about every qualified person turned away because they didn't fit someone's narrow image. Maya types one word back. Okay, she hits send, then sits in the darkness, phone glowing in her hand, heart pounding against her ribs. Tomorrow changes everything, one way or another. The cafe smells like roasted coffee and old books. Maya arrives 15 minutes early, chooses a corner table with clear sight lines to the entrance. Her mother's warnings about meeting strangers echo in her head. She orders tea she won't drink. Watches the door. 2 p.m. comes and goes, then 2:15. 2:30. The unknown contact isn't coming. Maya's chest tightens. She checks her phone. No messages. No explanations. Just silence that confirms her worst fear. It was a setup. Or a cruel joke. Or paranoia from someone who never intended to follow through. She stays until 3. Then 3:30. Pride keeps her frozen in the chair even as hope dies. Finally she stands, leaves cash on the table, walks out into harsh afternoon sunlight. The drive home blurs. She doesn't cry. Can't cry. The disappointment sits too heavy for tears. Her apartment feels smaller when she returns, walls closing in. Zara's at work. Maya sits on her bed staring at nothing. Her phone buzzes. For one desperate second, hope flares, but it's just a rejection email from another job application. We've decided to pursue other candidates. The same words Sterling Tech used. Different company. Same message. You're not wanted here. Maya sets her phone face down. Can't look at it anymore. Can't refresh messages hoping for contact that won't come. Can't keep fighting battles that only exhaust her. She lies back, stares at the ceiling. Her mother's photo sits on the desk in peripheral vision. Those braids. That smile. That strength Maya can't seem to access anymore. I tried, she whispers. I tried to fight like you did. But her mother had community. Support. People who believed her. Maya has screenshots and silence. The evidence folder on her laptop might as well not exist. Without collaboration, without witnesses, without someone on the inside. It's just one rejected candidate claiming discrimination. Easy to dismiss, easy to ignore. Sterling Tech wins. They always win. Corporate power crushes individual voices every time. Maya closes her eyes. Exhaustion pulls at her bones. She hasn't slept properly in weeks. Hasn't eaten a real meal in days. The fight has consumed everything and produced nothing. Her phone buzzes again. She ignores it. Probably another rejection. Another door closing. Another reminder that she doesn't belong in spaces she's qualified to occupy. The buzzing continues. Insistent. Maya groans, reaches for it. New message. Unknown number. Different from before. Maya Richardson? My name is Keisha Okonkwo. I used to recruit for Sterling Tech. We need to talk, please. Maya sits up slowly. Her heart hammers. She reads the message 3 times. Then she starts typing. They meet the next morning. Same cafe. Different energy. Keisha arrives exactly on time. A black woman in her mid-30s wearing a mustard yellow blouse and carrying a worn leather messenger bag. She spots Maya immediately. Crosses to her table. Thank you for meeting me. Maya's guard stays up. Are you the person who texted me last week? No. Keisha sits. But I know who did. She got scared. Asked me to reach out instead. Why should I trust you? Keisha pulls out her phone. Shows Maya her LinkedIn profile. Former senior recruiter at Sterling Tech. Left 3 months ago. Testimonials from candidates she placed. A career spanning 12 years. I was fired for questioning their hiring practices. Keisha's voice stays low. I saw what they did to you. Saw the note Caldwell put in your file. Not our aesthetic. That's what he wrote. Maya's blood goes cold. You saw my file? I saw dozens of files, hundreds, all with similar notes. Keisha reaches into her bag, pulls out a folder, slides it across the table. This is why I'm here. Maya opens it. Her hands shake. Inside printed emails, internal memos. Rejected applications with handwritten notes in margins. Too ethnic. Doesn't fit culture. Wrong image. Candidate after candidate. Qualified people of all backgrounds reduced to aesthetic judgments. My God. Maya flips through pages. The pattern is overwhelming. Systematic. Documented. It goes back years. Keisha's jaw tightens. Sterling Tech has a type. Young, white, conventionally attractive. Or if you're a person of color, you need to be palatable. assimilated, non-threatening. Why didn't you report this? I tried. Went to HR. They said hiring managers have discretion about cultural fit. Went to the executive team. Got put on performance review 2 weeks later. Fired a month after that. Maya looks up from the documents. They silenced you. They silence everyone who questions them. That's how systems like this survive. Keisha leans forward. But I kept copies. Everything you're holding is backed up, documented, real. Maya's mind races. This isn't just her story anymore. It's a pattern. Evidence that transforms individual discrimination into institutional practice. What do you want from me? Maya asks. I want justice, but I'm terrified of retaliation. I signed an NDA. If I go public, Sterling will sue me into oblivion. Keisha's eyes hold steady. But you didn't sign anything. You were never an employee. Your story is yours to tell. The weight of it lands. Keisha can't fight openly. But Maya can. The evidence is real. The pattern is clear. Together they have something bigger than individual grievance. I have proof too. Maya pulls out her phone, shows Keisha the fake diversity page documentation. They're staging inclusion while practicing exclusion. Keisha's eyes widen. That's fraud. That's actual documentable fraud. So we have two pieces. Your internal documents. My external evidence. We'd need more. Personal stories. Other candidates willing to speak up. Keisha drums her fingers on the table. And we'd need a platform. Going to the media helps, but it's not enough. We need something that forces immediate public attention. Maya thinks about viral campaigns she's seen. The power of social media. The speed at which stories spread when they hit the right combination of injustice and evidence. What if we built a case publicly? Maya's coder brain kicks into gear. A detailed video presentation. Evidence-based, professional, something that can't be dismissed as one person complaining. Sterling's PR team would counter it immediately. Not if it goes viral before they can respond. Not if we time it right. Post late evening. Let it build overnight. By morning, it's everywhere. Keisha studies Maya. You've thought about this. I've thought about nothing else for weeks. Maya closes the folder. But I can't do it alone. And I can't do it without being sure. We need more stories, more proof. I know 3 other fired employees. People who questioned hiring practices. People who paid the price for speaking up. Keisha pulls out a small notebook. And I have contact information for 20 rejected candidates from the past year alone. People like you. Maya's heart pounds. This is real. This is possible. This is the collaboration that transforms individual loss into collective action. How long do we have before Sterling realizes you're talking to people? Maybe a week. Maybe less. Someone will notice I'm reaching out. Someone will warn them. Then we move fast. Maya opens her laptop. We document everything. Coordinate stories. Build an unshakable case. And then we show the world exactly who Sterling Tech really is. Keisha extends her hand. Maya shakes it. 2 women who lost opportunities to the same broken system. Now allies in exposing it. One more thing. Keisha's expression darkens. When this goes public, Sterling will come after you. Lawyers, PR campaigns. They'll try to destroy your credibility. You need to be ready. Maya thinks about her mother, about Zara's worried face, about every person still waiting for doors to open. I'm ready, she says, and for the first time in weeks she believes it. Maya works 18-hour days for the next week. Keisha connects her with 4 former employees and 17 rejected candidates. Each person shares similar stories, qualified, rejected. Dismissed for intangible reasons that all mean the same thing. You don't look like what we want. Maya interviews everyone. Records testimonies. Documents patterns. Cross-references. Keisha's internal documents with external evidence. The case builds itself. Overwhelming, undeniable, damning. She creates a video presentation, 23 minutes long, structured like a technical briefing. Professional graphics. Clear narration. Irrefutable evidence. The opening shows Sterling Tech's public diversity commitment, their promises, their marketing, their glossy photos of inclusion. Then Maya dismantles it systematically, shows the 12 fake employees, side-by-side comparisons with stock photos, proof they fabricated diversity for appearances. Next come the stories. 5 rejected candidates describe identical experiences, qualified, interviewed, dismissed for cultural fit with comments about appearance, accent, or name. Maya doesn't show their faces, protects their identities, but their voices carry weight. Then Keisha's internal documents appear on screen. Emails from executives discussing brand, alignment, memos about maintaining Sterling, aesthetic, rejected applications with handwritten notes reducing humans to checkboxes. The evidence flows like code, logical, sequential, building, toward an inevitable conclusion. Sterling Tech systematically discriminates while marketing the opposite. Maya's own story comes last, her qualifications displayed, her interview experience narrated. Caldwell's overheard comment, the rejection email, the attempted HR contact met with silence. "I'm not unique," Maya says to camera. "I'm just the one who decided to document it." How many other qualified people has Sterling Tech rejected? How many careers have they derailed? How many lies have they told to investors, clients, and job seekers? The video ends with a simple title card, Sterling Tech, Selling Diversity. Practicing discrimination. Maya watches it 3 times, checks every fact, verifies every claim. The presentation is bulletproof. She schedules the post for Tuesday at 9 p.m., uploads it to YouTube. Prepares posts for Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Coordinates with the other candidates to share it simultaneously across their networks. Keisha calls that evening. Last chance to back out. "I'm not backing out." Maya's voice stays steady. "Sterling will fight. They'll call you a disgruntled candidate. They'll attack your credibility. Let them. The evidence speaks for itself." Silence. Then Keisha's voice softens. "How your mother would be proud." Maya touches her braids. "I hope so." 9 p.m. arrives. Maya hovers over the post button. This moment changes everything. Once she presses it, there's no going back. No quiet resolution. No private settlement. Just public confrontation and whatever consequences follow. She thinks about all the people Sterling Tech silenced, all the voices they buried, all the qualified candidates they rejected. Maya hits post. The video goes live. She shares it across platforms. Others share simultaneously. The coordination is precise. Then she waits. 10 minutes pass. The view count sits at 47. Mostly friends and coordinated shares. Maybe it won't catch. Maybe it dies quietly. Then the number jumps. 100, 200, 500. The algorithm picks it up. People start commenting, sharing, tagging Sterling Tech's official accounts. By midnight, 50,000 views. The comments section explodes. Current Sterling Tech employees leak additional stories. Former employees come forward. Clients express concern. Journalists start reaching out. Maya's phone buzzes non-stop. Interview requests. Support messages. Other companies reaching out with job opportunities. The attention is overwhelming. By morning, 200,000 views. News outlets pick up the story. Tech companies' diversity fraud. Exposed. Sterling Tech faces discrimination. Allegations. Viral video reveals hiring bias. Sterling Tech issues a statement at 8 a.m. "We categorically deny these baseless allegations. We are committed to diversity and will vigorously defend our reputation." But the internet doesn't forget. People dig deeper, find more evidence. Former employees share emails. Glassdoor reviews detail discriminatory culture. Sterling social media floods with angry comments. Major clients issue statements. "We're reviewing our partnership pending investigation." Sterling Tech's stock drops 6%, then 9%, then 12%. By afternoon, 3 board members resign. The CEO schedules an emergency press conference. Sterling's PR team scrambles to contain the damage, but the virus has already spread. The evidence is everywhere. The story is unavoidable. Sterling Tech can't silence this, can't lawyer it away, can't bury it with corporate speak. Maya watches it unfold from her apartment. Zara sits beside her, hand on her shoulder. You did it. We did it. Maya thinks about Keisha, about the other candidates who trusted her with their stories, about everyone who refused to stay silent. Her phone buzzes. Text from an unknown number. Thank you for your courage. I was rejected by Sterling last year. Seeing your video helped me file my own complaint. You started something bigger than you know. More messages follow, dozens, then hundreds, people sharing their own stories, finding community in collective truth, drawing strength from visibility. Sterling Tech's CEO resigns at 4 p.m. The board announces a complete diversity audit, promises systemic change, begs for patience. Too late. The damage is done. The truth is public. The lies are exposed. Maya's video hits 1 million views by evening. Her story becomes a case study, a rallying cry, proof that individual voices can challenge corporate power when they refuse to be silenced. 3 months later, Maya sits in a modern conference room overlooking San Francisco Bay. The office belongs to Innovate Labs, a company whose diversity isn't performance art, it's practice. Her interview there felt different. They asked about her code, her problem-solving approach, her vision for inclusive tech. Not once did anyone mention her appearance. Her braids were simply part of her, unremarkable, normal. She accepted their senior developer position 2 weeks ago. The salary is better than Sterling Tech offered. The benefits comprehensive. The team genuinely diverse. Not stock photos, real humans with different backgrounds collaborating on meaningful projects. But Maya's work extends beyond coding now. She launched a consulting project with Keisha. They help companies audit hiring practices for hidden bias, review job descriptions, train recruiters, identify systemic barriers. The demand is overwhelming. 12 companies hired them in the first month. Sterling Tech settled with 3 former employees who filed discrimination lawsuits. The amounts are confidential, but the company's reputation remains shattered. Their CEO gone, their executive team restructured, their hiring practices under federal investigation. Maya doesn't celebrate their downfall, takes no joy in the destruction, but she recognizes the necessity. Sometimes systems only change when they're forced to. Sometimes justice requires disruption. Zara got accepted to community college. Her asthma medication is covered by Maya's new insurance. They moved to a better apartment. Small victories that once seemed impossible. On weekends, Maya mentors young women entering tech. She tells them her story, not to discourage them, but to prepare them, to arm them with knowledge, to remind them that rejection isn't always about qualification. Sometimes it's about systems that need changing. She keeps her mother's photo on her new desk. The braids in that photograph mirror her own. Legacy and love twisted together. Diane Richardson never got to see her daughter's victory, but Maya carries her lessons forward. Last week, a reporter asked if Maya regretted fighting Sterling Tech. If the stress was worth it, Maya touched her braids. Thought about the 12 fake employees, the rejected candidates, the silenced voices, the system that told her she wasn't good enough because of how she looked. I regret nothing, she said. I wish I'd started fighting sooner. Some spaces still resist change. Some doors remain narrow, but Maya proved that locked doors can be kicked open. That individual courage can inspire collective action. That truth eventually outweighs corporate spin. She opens her laptop. A new email waits. Subject line, thank you for speaking up. Another person Sterling Tech rejected. Another story of discrimination. Another reminder that the work continues. Maya smiles, types back, offers support, shares resources, builds connection. The fight didn't end with one viral video. It expanded, multiplied, became something larger than one woman's rejection, and Maya wouldn't have it any other way. 6 months after the video, Maya stands in front of 200 tech leaders. The conference invited her to speak about authentic diversity, about dismantling barriers, about the difference between performance and practice. She clicks to her opening slide, a photo of her mother, braids styled elegantly, smile confident, strength radiating through pixels. My mother taught me that shrinking yourself never opens doors, Maya begins. It just makes you smaller. The right spaces don't require you to diminish. They expand to include you. She tells her story. The Sterling Tech interview. The rejection. The discovery of fabricated diversity. The decision to fight. The viral video. The aftermath. I didn't expose Sterling Tech for revenge, Maya says. I did it because silence protects systems that harm people. Because one company's lie represents an industry's problem. Because if I stayed quiet, the next qualified person would face the same closed door. The audience shifts. Some nod. Others look uncomfortable. Good. Comfort maintains status quo. Discomfort creates change. Real diversity isn't photos on websites. It's not statements about inclusion. It's actual humans from different backgrounds, holding actual power in actual rooms. Maya's voice stays measured. It's questioning why qualified candidates keep getting rejected for intangible reasons. It's examining who decides what professional looks like. It's recognizing that merit matters more than appearance. She pauses, lets the words land. Sterling Tech made a choice. They chose image over talent, performance over substance, comfortable over excellent. Maya clicks to her final slide. But I made a choice too. I chose to fight, to document, to refuse silence. And that choice changed everything. The presentation ends. Applause fills the room. Maya doesn't bask in it. She's not here for celebration. She's here to challenge, to push, to remind people that stories like hers shouldn't exist in 2025. After the talk, a young woman approaches, natural hair pulled back. Resume in hand. How do I know which companies are real about diversity? Maya takes her resume, reviews it. Qualifications impressive. Potential clear. You ask hard questions. You trust your instincts. And you remember that closed doors say more about the space than about you. Maya hands the resume back. Your hair isn't the problem. Their narrow definition of professionalism is, the woman's eyes water. Thank you. Maya touches her own braids. The gesture is unconscious now. Natural. A reminder of where she came from and what she fought for. That evening she visits her mother's grave, sits in grass that needs trimming, traces the engraved name with her finger. I didn't shrink, Maya whispers. I expanded. And the spaces that matter expanded with me. The sun sets over Oakland. Golden light catches in her braids. Diane Richardson's lessons live on, not just in memory, in action. In the daughter who refused to make herself smaller for spaces too narrow to hold her. Maya stands, walks to her car. Her phone buzzes with another message from someone Sterling Tech rejected. Another story waiting to be heard. Another person ready to fight. She smiles. Starts the engine. Drives toward whatever comes next. Because closed doors aren't endings. They're just invitations to build better entrances. And Maya's done asking for permission to exist.